Hi guys, it's Anas here. In this video, I will show you how to create the simplest, the easiest investment portfolio ever on M1 Finance. Alright, once you log into your M1 Finance account, what you're going to be doing to create your investment portfolio is you're going to go to research. So once you click research, you're going to be seeing various options here. Because we want to be able to create our own pie, we're going to click My Pies. And here I already have some that I've used from before. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new pie. Highly likely you won't be seeing any of that. You're just going to click Create a New Pie. All right, so now you can name your pie. So in this case, I'm just going to call Simplest Pie Ever. And then there's a few ways you can do this. You can create first you can create a few pies and then have sort of like slices under pies, which is also possible. So I'll do an example of that. So I'll create a pie. I'll call this one to be, let's say, short term pie, right? So I'll add this pie and you can see it shows up right here. Now I'll add another pie. Let's say I'm gonna call this one long-term pie. So now I have two different sort of pies that are within my bigger portfolio, which is what I call simplest pie ever. So if both of these are 50-50, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna fill each of these in. So I'll start with, let's say, long-term pie, right? Okay, so here what you're gonna be thinking about is, okay, what long-term investment that I should be making, right? And this changes based on your objective, based on how you want to invest, when you want to invest, when you want to withdraw money. There's lots of variables there. The easiest way to do it is you're going to click Add Slice, and then you're going to look for stocks or funds that are interested into you. Because in this case, I'm doing a long-term, I'm just gonna go ahead and jump to index funds. Index funds are best ways to invest without really thinking about it. And then number one choice for that is, of course, VTI. VTI is the total stock market portfolio. It's a basket of companies and stocks. I think it includes more than 3,000 companies in the US. So I'll add that. I'll also add VOO, which is only S&P 500, so 500 biggest companies determined by S&P. And then I'll add VXUS. What this is this is total international stock market, so no US. And then I'll add bond, right? So this is going to protect me from downsides. Bond is going to be consistent, more reliable. And then, based on your objectives, I'll also add growth portfolio because we're considering that to be more on the long-term horizon. So I'm going to add the VUG, which stands for Vanguard Growth ETF. So once I selected all these things, I'm going to go down and add right here. Now you see all these funds came up, and then based on how you want to allocate each of these, you can go ahead and do it. My suggestion would be asking this question of, do you think that US stock market will do better in the future, or would international stock market might better? So you're going to ask those questions. To me, US stock market is going to do better, so I'm just going to increase my exposure to US market a little bit more here. So notice I changed the number, so now I need to remove 15% to make it the total 100. So I'm going to subtract it from a little bit from total stock market and a little bit from the bond market, because let's lower that to 15. Now I'm at 100%. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick stocks and funds for my short-term pie. So for this short-term investment, what people generally do is they'll invest kind of big companies, or sometimes people will invest things like income generating pies and stocks, dividend stocks, things like that. I'll just pick a few just to give you an example. So I'll click Add a Slice. What I'll do is I'll go to funds right here. Here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick the one of the best income generating funds that I know of, which is JP Morgan, JEPI. So I'll go ahead and add that to the basket. And just as an example, I'll also add Schwab's SCHT, which is another great income generating fund. So I'll go ahead and add these things. So right here, you see I have two great companies. You can do your own research about these companies, but these are publicly available funds that generates significant income. So folks, as you can see, now I've created simplest pie ever. I have my long-term pie, which only invests in index funds, and then I now have my short-term pie, which will invest in companies that generates income. Please don't forget to like this video and follow me for more videos. Thank you.